Hello, it is me, Nugget, and today we'll be ranking every Pikmin type as suggested by Pikmis on the Pick Guy Discord. Okay, so red Pikmin are interesting because I feel like throughout each of the games, fire was one of the most. Well, this is probably not entirely correct, but fire felt like one of the most common hazards. But also, it's not particularly dangerous in Pikmin 2 or 3. I wouldn't know in Pikmin 1 because I haven't played it. So I'm just gonna put red Pikmin in A tier because of the damage boost. Okay, so now we are ranking blue Pikmin. So I didn't play Pikmin 1, but apparently in Pikmin 1 they were quite useful because there was a lot of water. However, I wouldn't particularly consider situational use the same as just overall usefulness. And particularly in later games, especially with winged Pikmin, they become sort of redundant. So I'm going to put you in C tier. Not awful, but not, like, good either. Okay, so yellow Pikmin. In the first game, I think, and the second game, they were able to carry bomb rocks, but in Pikmin 3, everybody could. So that wasn't particularly useful after Pikmin 3. Also in Pikmin 2, electricity was an instant death hazard. I know that for certain. So that made them quite useful. So overall, I'd say they're useful. Also, their ability to be thrown higher is good, but they're not as useful as Reds, I don't think. Put them in B tier. So purple Pikmin are interesting because of obviously them being completely S tier in Pikmin 2, but they were really nerfed in Pikmin 3. But you're not going to be really using them in Pikmin 3 anyway, because they're side mode only. And I'd say they're just really overpowered anyway. Obviously not as overpowered in that game. We'll have to see in Pikmin 4, but I know they're like a little bit debuffed. So the stun ability is obviously really useful, and the carry is incredible. So I'll put it in S tier. So a lot of people really like white Pikmin, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't find them that useful. I do like the treasure digging ability, but overall, the poison isn't that great, especially because you'll have a really finite number of them throughout the game, especially if you're bad like me. Them being fast is obviously a big plus, because one of my major issues with Pikmin 2 is that everybody is so slow. So I'm just gonna put them in B tier, I think. Okay, so I've already put it there because the last one didn't record audio for some reason. But essentially, they're useful, but they're not really found very often. They're like quite rare, so they're not particularly useful in that way. Alright, so Rock Pikmin, I don't actually remember much about playing with Rock Pikmin, but I do remember they can't latch on to things when they're attacking, but they do quite a lot of damage. Not as much as purples, I don't think, and the ability to smash stuff is nice. Also, they are the counter to those really annoying enemies that throw the rocks in the air, so I'm going to put them here, but that might change later. Right, so wing Pikmin I also don't remember much about, but as I said before, they do make blue Pikmin kind of redundant with the ability to fly, and their ability usually isn't just situationally useful, so I think I might put them in B tier. They don't do much damage though, which isn't great for battle. So now we're starting to get into a little bit of uncertain territory. Ice Pikmin. Why is the wing Pikmin still lit? Ice Pikmin, anyway. So, we've seen that they can stun enemies and freeze them, which seemingly works a little bit like a less overpowered Super Bitter Spray, which does seem pretty cool, but since we haven't seen much yet, I guess, and also the ability to freeze water continually, making blue Pikmin redundant, they do seem really good, so I'm gonna put them in A tier, I think. Right, so obviously, same with glow Pikmin. We don't know much about them, but from what we've seen in the trailers, the ability to go up into a ball and stun stuff is pretty cool. They're very unique, so it's kind of difficult to put them alongside everything else. But I'd say they're at least a C tier, I guess. We'll have to see in the future. So, Puffmin are pretty hard to rank, seeing as, obviously, you don't get to use them. But, it's a really cool concept, and the design's pretty cool. So, I'd say that's enough to put it in C tier. So, Bulbmin obviously also being kind of hard to rank. Just by design, he looks, in my opinion, pretty cool. I know a few people disagree, but I think he looks cool. Obviously, we won't know how he is story-wise, but, yeah, I think I'll put him in, like, C tier. Just based on the design. So, the Sperm Pikmin are interesting because they have a few different uses. Their ability to dig, whilst also obviously making white Pikmin a little bit more redundant, is pretty cool. Also, their ability to swim is nice. Also, another thing making these damn blue Pikmin, poor things, more redundant. But not being able to latch onto things is definitely a balancing thing. I think the onion design is also pretty cool. So I think I'll put them in S tier. So that was my Pikmin ranking video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any disagreeing opinions, then make sure to leave them in the comments. Bye.